The Tara Rally, proudly brought to you by Total. Total, committed to better energy. Rally fans, you're in for a big treat. We're going to be following the Bothwell Motorsport team all the way to Namibia. Mechanics on that are busy working on the cars behind me. It's Friday afternoon. These guys are leaving 4 days before the rest of us. This rally is being shot from a team perspective. You're going to see exactly what these guys go through. From the beginning, loading the truck, all the way to, hopefully, a podium finish.
Mike, the Tara Rally is based in Namibia. It's about 2,400 kilometers from us here in Durban. So we're going to send the truck 4 days early. We're expecting some delays at the border. Stage kilometers for this rally is 211 kilometers, which is double our events that we do here. But then the open sections are 500 kilometers. So it's also a lot further than what we used to here. So it's going to be an overall event of about 700 kilometers. It's run over 3 days.
Guy and Simon have been cleaning up the rally scene here in South Africa. This is 2018 and they've won it for the 5th time in a row.
The paperwork, I've just emailed it all off to a clearing agent. She says everything is under control, but every time you get there, there's always something. All our boxes are numbered, so when you guys get to the border, they know exactly what's in the box. So if customs give us any trouble, we know in box 2 we've got low pressure pump and high pressure fuel pump.
So these are all final bits of preparation happening before you pack up and head off to Namibia. So we're very lucky because we're flying into Namibia, and the truck has got a massive journey ahead of it. So everything is getting packed right now, and then early tomorrow morning, being Saturday, they're heading off.
Need a cross-border permit, you're not selling anything?
No.
Well, cross-border, no cross-border.
No.
Where's a cross-border permit? So now, as Dave sitting at this.
Dave, you got everything? Are you ready to go?
Hey, Mark. I don't know what we got and what we haven't got yet, but we're just mudding it and chucking it in the truck. This 2,500 k's each way is quite a haul, eh?
Way to Namibia. We've just landed in Johannesburg. We're in the business lounge, kicking back, waiting for our next transfer flight.
Once we land, we get our hire car and we head off to Swakopmund. It's a lovely 2.5 hour drive, and then we'll find some food and check into our apartment for the next couple of days.
That's how today is going to work out. There's absolutely no shakedown that we thought was going to happen. Found Dave. He's just finished doing the business part of the trip.
Tablets, portable music listening devices, as well as all smart and cellular phones. You may then only use your devices in the flight mode once we are airborne and the captain grants permission for use thereof by switching off the fasten seatbelt.
Right, we're at the day 1 of the Tara Rally. We've just finished our recce. We could only do stage 1 to 5 because there's such a vast distance, so we can't do all the stages in one run. So we're finally here. We're at the Toyota dealership in Swakopmund. Chart and them are busy sorting out our car. We didn't have much time to prep the car between our last SA race and this race because of the distance that we had to get here. So the vehicle's been traveling for 5 days. We're finally here. We had all morning to go through the car. Everything looks alright. They just got to do wheel alignment. And the stages are quite different to what we normally used to in South Africa, and also a few events we've done in Zambia. These roads are very fast, lots of straight line stuff, lots of blind rises and lots of dips. So something different we just got to watch out for, and just make sure we don't damage the car and we get out of this event without any damage. There's some seriously quick motor cars that we're racing against. There are a couple S2000. It's quite nice to see Yapi's back again in his Ford Fiesta. And there's also some off-road vehicles, some FIA vehicles that have done Dakar before. So it's going to be quite a nice event. Certainly, you know, we're the David amongst the Goliaths here with our car, 1600 two-wheel drive. So it's just something where we just got to get to the end of this event and see how we go. Hopefully we can win our class. That'll be the first prize. But second of all, you know, it's fantastic racing in a desert, and something that we're totally not used to at all. We've got the sand dunes behind us and these vast open spaces that we're racing through. And it's quite difficult to see the roads. It's not easy to see the actual road. And once or twice, even on recce, we weren't 100% sure where we were meant to be and you know what road we should take. So I think it's going to be quite an interesting thing for navigation, especially at night. You know, those night stages are going to be super tricky. The night stage we got lost on during the day, we couldn't find the road. So I think that's going to be something totally new. I actually hope we a little bit further down the field, you know, mid-pack, then we can maybe see where the lines are and we can follow the other guys. But we'll take a walk through the pits here. We'll see the guys that have arrived. Everyone is busy setting up right now, so it's still early. There's still a lot more people to arrive. The Total Courts van has arrived. It's their promotional van. Our pits are set up and everyone else is busy setting up right now. So we'll take a walk through it and just see what's happening at the beginning of the rally. Well, how these cars work, they've got a fancy refueling system, so it plugs on. So the one pipe is a breather, and then I think this pump is one rotation is nearly 1 litre. So they're pumping from the drum, going through a filter, going into their FIA fuel tank. It's a bladder in there for safety. So if you have an accident, you know, it's very safe in there. So yeah, quite a simple system, but it works very well.
Good afternoon, here from Stekkels Toyota in Swakopmund. I'm Danny de Blanche. I'm the clerk of the course for this event. I'm from South Africa, and I'm actually very privileged to be here for this event. For the start of the Tara Rally, the 50th one, it's going to be an exciting event starting here today, and it ends on Saturday in Windhoek. It's going to be a grueling event, tough event for everybody, and we've got a very good competition here this year because we've got some off-road cars and rally cars, so there's a lot at stake. And of course, there's a lot of people that's trying to break records here today, like Japi van Niekerk and Gerard Snyman. They're the guys that's holding the record for winning this event 3 times. So they got something to work for. And then there's people like Wilbert Dippenaar, that's won it twice already. And Richard Hemel has won it twice. So let's see what's going to happen at the end of the day. There's a short history about the Tara. It started in 1968. It was first organized by Dennis Kent. He was the main organizer at that time. And when he was doing the route, they couldn't actually figure out what they're going to call this event. Because I know there's a lot of people that question what's the story behind the Tara. And what happened in the evening, he was sitting and looking at his notes, and his cat, a Siamese cat, was walking over all his maps and stuff. And he decided, let's call it the Tara Rally. It's been around now for 50 years. Let's see if we can carry on for another 50 years.
Well, apparently the guys did the recce yesterday and these bulldozers have come in today or yesterday, and the road has moved, so we're just double checking where the road's going to go. But this is a night stage. I think it's going to be very tricky to see where we're going at night. The road is difficult to see during the day, so it's going to be quite a tough thing. There's not much reference points here. We're trying to make reference points for the night stage, and it's going to be very tough. So I think we're going to be quite glad that we could be very far down the starting grid today, so maybe we can see the other guys' lines and the other guys' paths in the sand. But as you can see, there's not much out here. It's just deserts and a few shrubs and bushes.
It's a matter of moving some tires and the new road has been set.
Where are we going?
That road there, city-graded road.
With the ceremonial start completed, the cars are off to stage 1. The Martin Luther, a 9.2 kilometer stage. Guy Bottrell and Simon Vasilal in their S1600 Toyota Gazoo Racing SA Total Quartz Etios. They were fourth fastest ahead of several much more powerful vehicles. As we heard from Bottrell earlier, the S1600 Etios is not the most powerful car in the lineup, but with the helmets on, the thought seems to have disappeared from the duo's minds, securing their positions as one of the top 5 rally cars for the day. Jalpie van Niekerk and Gerard Snyman were fastest on this stage in the S2000 Ford Fiesta built by M Sport in the UK, closely followed by Volro Diepenaar in the Toyota Auris built in South Africa and prepared by their team in Namibia. Volro has managed to win the Total Tara rallies twice, and Van Niekerk have won 3 times. Both Diepenaar and Van Niekerk will be looking to add additional titles to their names. Alan Martin and Maritha Olivier in the S2000 Volkswagen Polo were third fastest on stages 1, 2 and 3, securing their third place position at the end of day 1. The duo had done enough to give themselves enough breathing room from a 1 minute 37 second lead over Oswaldo Mendes and Kes Naidu in their Skyway Subaru Impreza. This is Bottrell and Vasil's first Total Tara rally. The team, which has entered 57 rallies together in the last 8 years, were excited for the Tara rally and are hoping to finish the event within the top 5. After the first 40 Ks, Bottrell and Vasilal were certainly on their way to achieving their goal in their Toyota Gazoo Racing SA Total Quartz Toyota Etios. By the end of stage 3, the team were leading their class by more than 3 minutes, having beaten their closest S1600 competitor by 1 minute per stage. This works out to be an average of 5 seconds per kilometer faster than the other cars in their class. The team managed to secure their position in the top 5 rally cars in stages 2 and 3 as well, proving that amount of power under the bonnet is not only the factor that determines success. Just like all the teams in this event, they are going to have to manage their pace and make sure they look after the car to ensure that they get to the end of the event. After all, to finish first, you must first finish. The Subaru made its debut into World Rally in 1993 and has to date remained one of the most powerful and competitive cars of its age, and to this day is still a favorite in Africa due to its power and ability to handle the rough African terrain. While rally cars make up a large portion of the field, there's also a large contingent of the entries that are made up of cross-country off-road vehicles. These vehicles have been modified, several of them meeting international standards and are able to participate in the Dakar Rally. The teams have a long service before the final stage of day 1. Here the teams are given enough time to refuel, put on some spotlight, change their tires and make any other modifications that are necessary to ensure that driver and navigator have every possible advantage in the tricky night stage. Bottrell and Vasilal managed to maintain this excellent pace and remained in the top 5 position until mechanical gremlins snuck into the system.
We completed our 3 stages and then we had a service and we went into our night stage. And I hit a bit of a dip jump a little bit harder than what we should. We landed on our nose and bent the radiator back a bit. And then about a kilometer after that, the lambda sensor started going a bit crazy and it sounded like we dropped a valve. So we turned the car off and now we got no oil pressure and no compression. So we're not quite sure what's gone wrong. The guys are taking the sump guard off, having a look at the top of the head. Hopefully we can try and fix it for tomorrow, but you know, it's not sounding very good, so I think we're going to have a long night if we can fix it. That's our main plan, is to try and get the car fixed, but it sounds like the engine's not doing so good, so I think it might be an early night for us, but the main goal is to get the car running again. We've driven a long way to get here, and there's still 2 days of racing, so if we can, we're certainly going to try our hardest to get the car running tomorrow. Okay.
What's that?
If something had hit that, it would have been...
I think there's something I'm going to do a flashlight down this cylinder now.
That hasn't been hit though, that's fallen off.
But even the ceramic is broken here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna look down the hole now. Just valve for number 1.
Dropped the valve. I'm pretty sure too. It sounded like it dropped the valve. To me it looks like the end of the spark plug's broken off and could be stuck in a valve. So hopefully it's not too bad. The car wants to start, but I don't understand why there's no oil pressure. So we might have to take the head off. I think we're going to have to take the sump off as well.
My name is Antonio Sabato Jr.
Wow!
Renovating is what I do, but helping people is what I love.
Do it again!
I've been designing and remodeling spaces for as long as I can remember. Yeah! From landscapes to living rooms, from bedrooms to porches, we all have that one space that needs a little help.
We got 30 minutes, guys. Let's go. Let's move.
With my experienced team of local professionals, every day we're transforming lives across the country, one project at a time.
Wow.
This is Fix It and Finish It.
This time on Graveyard Cars, Derek and I work on the rear end of the Walton's 1972 Rally Charger. I take some of the new Origin computers used by the production crew for a test drive. Larry gets the vinyl top installed, Derek and myself get the dash put together, and Mark struggles with the decision of making the emblems on the car match his pictures or how the factory intended them to appear. We get the rear lights, exhaust, door panels, back seats, trim moldings, carpet, and windshield wipers installed. But that's not going to mean anything unless we get this engine running. Find out on this episode of Graveyard Cars.
Unfortunately, our Toro Rally's come to an abrupt end. We had a bit of an engine problem last night in the night stage. We're not 100% sure what's happened. It might have dropped a valve or we've got a damaged spark plug, but it's definitely bent our exhaust valve. We're watching the Toro Rally from the sidelines, not the end of the world. We're going to catch up with the rest of the rally, see how the guys are going. It'd be quite good to watch some of the S2000s going and some of the local Subarus, so just follow us and you'll see the rest of the rally.
The Total Toro Rally is one of the longest running sporting events in Namibia, reaching a special milestone with this 50th edition. The rally soon became known for its toughness, claiming several rallies each year. This year being no different. There were 30 cars on the original entry list, and at the start of day 2, there were only 20 cars left. Toro is supposed to be challenging and tough, and simply reaching the finish deserves praise. The list of winners of this event reads like the who's who of African motorsport in the off-road class. Richard Himmel from Namibia is one of the favourites to win the off-road class in the FIA homologated Dakar Bakkie. Himmel has won the Toro Rally in the past and will be aiming to add another title to his name. After 126 kilometers of gravel special stages, the teams have made their way back to Windhoek from Swakopmund and have one final service before the cars complete the final stage of the day at Tony Rust Racetrack. It's time to catch up with the competitors and find out how their day went.
We're almost at the end of day 2. Unfortunately, our rally's come to an end, so we're in the pits talking to the other competitors, and we've got Wilro Dippenaar with us. from Namibia. Wara, if you can just tell us how your rally's been going and what the roads have been like and what your thoughts are so far.
The rally's been alright to us. Yesterday with the start, we were in the lead till this morning. Since the morning start, not so good. We lost a lot of time on the first stage. After that, we got overheating problems. We had to slow down in the stages. So overall, the rally is good, but it's hard stages. Japie has a good pace on him. So yeah, but overall, the rally is good.
Donnie Human from Gebabas Toyota with the S2000 Yaris.
Donnie, if you could just run through how your event's been. We're coming to the end of day 2.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's been a tough event. A couple of guys have not made it to the stage this evening, but we've had a pretty clean run. 1 or 2 small little issues. We've had some punctures, at least 2, which have obviously been a bit of a problem with the time, and guys got lost a little bit last night in the dark. But other than that, it's been a nice run. Car's been going very well. It's a bulletproof S2000 Yaris ex-Leroy Polter car that the guys have bought, and we run it for them now, and they seem to be very happy.
Right, we're here with Kez, one of the navigators in the top running cars. Kez, if you can just tell us how your event's been going so far.
Very eventful for us, quite a bit of challenges. This morning we broke 2 rear shocks, so we've been riding most of the day basically with no rear shocks, and then later on in the day another front shock broke. The last 3 stages now we had a fuel pressure problem.
We just took the fuel pumps out quickly because we didn't get fuel, starvation from the heat, detonation, so that was our problem today. Now we got new fuel pumps, new fuel filters. Now we're ready for the last few heats.
So the guys are busy quite hard now to try and fix that. So we've got some new fuel pumps. Unfortunately, we can't get any shocks. It's a bit difficult for the Subaru at this stage. We're still in the running, but it's really tough for us because we're not on the pace the way we would like to be. At the moment, we're lying 3rd.
Hi, Guy. This is these are the 2 cars we're running at the Tara Rally. Our team's called WCT Engineering. We're running Henny de Klerk in his Dakar Amarok and Japie van Niekerk in his S2000 Fiesta.
And how's the 50th Tara Rally been going for you guys? Any problems that you guys have been having so far? I know Japie had a bit of a problem last night in the night stage with everyone else getting lost. And then other than that, how's the event been going?
No, it's been going very smoothly. Japie has recovered from his mishap last night, so he seems to be doing all he needs to, which is great. And it's Henny's first rally, so you know he's enjoying himself. But obviously learning a whole lot of new skills and disciplines. You know, this is we build it as WCT Engineering. It's a car that he ran in the Dakar this year. He actually was the Dakar Rookie Champion, so had a really good event. We've built these cars with Amarok Duster and Hilux bodies on them, so it's quite adaptable. And it's essentially the South African cross-country Class T spec car, which is also FIA eligible.
With the 3rd and final day of the Total Tara Rally underway, the teams still in the event have come out guns blazing. Van Niekerk, who is the only driver to have won the event 3 times in its history, will be making sure that he is cautious to make it to the end of the event. But he will be going fast enough to ensure that he has enough time over Wilrad Diepenaar to win this event comfortably. Day 3 only has 31 kilometers of special stages to complete. But for those still in the event, it can sometimes feel that these last 5 stages are the longest of the 3-day endurance event.
my name is Willem de Wit. I'm the commercial manager for Total Namibia.
Right, we on day 3, the final day of the Total Tara Rally. We're here with Willem at the Total Stop, providing us with shade and beverage. Willem, if you could just tell us about Total's involvement with the Tara Rally. I know you guys have had a long-standing relationship with this event. If you could just give us a bit of history about it and why you find it so important to be involved in motorsport.
Thanks, guys. Thank you guys for coming. From Total side, we've actually been involved. The Total Tara Rally, as you know, is 50 years old this year. And from the 50 years, Total has been sponsoring the event for 40 of those 50 years. So long-standing relationship, long history with the Tara event. So from Total side, we're actually proud to be, associated with such a long-standing, a very, very high-profile event within our country. Obviously, we're here for our customers, just promoting our brand. Obviously, most of the competitors using Total Quartz oils and Total fuels, so we're proud to be associated and involved with this event.
Right, so we stop for a quick lunch break. Super, super hot, I'm sure it's like 40 degrees.
Yeah, with Rolro, they're going into the last stage of the Tara Rally. Rolro, if you could just explain to us how your car's been going, and also on the last day, I know the temperatures are very hot today. Everyone looks like they're taking a bit of strain. How's your car holding up?
The car's holding up fine. We used the water washer bottle for the sprays on the radiator just to keep the temperatures down. It is quite hot. The car is running fine at the moment, no other problems. So it's better than yesterday.
And where are you lying at the moment?
We're still lying in second. We just came in on 42 on Yelpy, but we're still just too far behind for one stage.
We wanted to, on Wednesday and Thursday, get a big lead or make a statement, and then just take a drive home on Saturday, and it worked out perfectly well for us. A good navigator, excellent team. Yeah, so it worked out.
The last stage of the event takes place back at the Tony Rust racetrack. Spectators love the show that gets put on by the drivers on these special stages, and they are able to see the cars up close. Van Niekerk has added to his milestone with his 4th Tara Rally win, while his navigator Snyman won it for the 3rd time in the S2000 Ford Fiesta. Wilro Diepenaar and Rian van der Westhuizen managed to secure 2nd position, 1 minute 10 seconds behind Van Niekerk. Jaco Redlinghuis and Dries Boysen, they finished more than 10 minutes behind 3rd place, while Oswaldo Mendes and Kes Naidu came 4th.